Part 2.
You are now duty recruit. Make sure you do a good job. Steph.
Now he's going to come back into the tent.
Yeah. Now I'm duty recruit. Gee, you got to tell me what I'm supposed to do after I go over there and just tell me how to do it.
There's not much to do.
It's my job now.
Oh!
Go over there and just tell me how to do it.
There's not much to do.
I don't think Kody in this scene is very happy about the fact that he's duty recruit based on his reaction. Now I'm duty recruit. Gia, you're going to have to tell me what to do. And then he barks a command at her. Go over there.
I consider myself a great leader, and I did the best to lead with my family.
All right, that line alone is shocking. I consider myself a great leader. This is the interview that he did after the show was over.
He's learned nothing.
I consider myself a great leader. He couldn't lead his family. His family, more than 3/4 of his family, gone. He can't talk to them. He has no idea what a leader is. He thinks it's I bark commands, you follow. That's it. He doesn't see the relational piece that's involved in leadership. That's how he led his family. Wife, you'll do this. You'll do this. You won't? I'm not coming over. I'm going to another wife's house. Nah, 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 nah. That's how he led. And he did it with his kids too. And once they grew up and started thinking on their own, seeing his behavior, analyzing the way he was acting, and chose not to participate in that anymore because it was too toxic for their lives, he just cuts them off. Doesn't pick up a phone, doesn't call them. He says they can pick up a phone and call me. It's the opposite of leadership, the opposite. And he calls himself a great leader. This is called delusion on its highest level. And you're not a great leader because your family's all gone. You lost 3/4 of your wives and 3/4 of your kids.
And I did the best to lead with my family. And
it fell apart because you're not a great leader. There you go. There's your words. So Kody gets his food and barks in order at Gia again.
Give me all the details and not all at once.
Again, not using somebody's name. That interpersonal communication and using somebody's name is something he never does. He won't even refer to any of his ex-wives or his children by name. Those kids, those people, even the ones he likes, Robin's kids, are special people. They're on the show. We know their name, but he won't use their name. Robin is the only one whose name he uses. Unless he needs to delineate from one, he'll just say those ex-wives. Or he's also called them bitches and he's called them witches. What else? He does choose names, but not their given name. This is where we're starting to see, oh, this is the Kody Brown that we know so well. And so she tells him,
We need soap, blister band-aids.
I go ask now, right?
Yeah.
That's all done? Okay.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Right before he even walks out the door, he looks like he's frenetic. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not a difficult task. It's 2 items. And he wrote it on a piece of paper. It's not that hard. All right, let's go watch. Let's go watch him tell the DS that these are the 2 items that he needs.
Steph!
Yes, number 4. Could we please get more hand soap and blister band-aids?
So the DS goes inside and they're having lunch too. What he says to them is, he's back.
Me. He's back. He's back. He's back.
And then the way he describes him, mind you, there's at least 2 bleeps in this as he's describing Kody.
It's like big beamy small, just look like big version of Chucky.
And refers to him as Chucky. All right. It's a doll, but it kind of looks clownish. It's very appropriate. Mumbling to himself, but I guess to everybody else too, he says, okay, I'm going to take a quick nap till I get called to duty again. So everybody, ears on. He's so mean. And then he yells out, capiche? Couldn't believe it. Which, for anyone who doesn't know, means, do you understand? And then he puts the hat over his face to go to sleep.
Well, he's a tool.
Now,
recruit me until duty recruit is called. Everybody ears on, please. Capiche?
They are over him. And if this is what they've been seeing the whole time, I get it. Because this is just him being an a-hole to everybody for no reason. I don't know if it's because he's so upset that he has this duty or if he's getting off on it because he has a position of authority now.
Kody, what would you say the pros and cons of your lifestyle are?
He asks Kody a specific question. Kody answers half of it. It wasn't a difficult question.
Yeah, I had 18 kids with 4 wives.
So then Andrew has to ask the second part again.
You see a downside to it, or?
You know, it's been 3 divorces and I would never do it again. I'd never marry again.
Okay, now we're going to go to a talking head interview where Kody straight up lies. Straight up lies.
There ended up being some bad blood with family over the divorces. And in some cases with my children, communication has ceased.
Not true. Not true. The kids were not upset with you at all about the divorces. The fights, the angst, the discord in your family all started in 2020, well before any of the wives left. You had all 4 of them back then. Makes me really angry that he is not taking any responsibility still, even after going through this experience. Still won't take responsibility for the relationships that he has with his kids. He blames it on the ex-wives. Their fault because they divorced me. They tainted everything for the kids. That's what he says now. That's his mantra, which is completely not true. It's on tape. Watch Sister Wives, season 16, 17, 18, 19.
Why did you choose it?
I was a believer. I grew up in an entire culture that had it as a side note of their belief system.
Were your parents polygamous?
Yeah, my dad had 3 wives.
Lies, 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 lies. You were not brought up in it. He was raised in the LDS church. His family was LDS. When Kody was in his 20s doing his 2-year mission trip, his father at that point decided it'd be great to convert to this AUB religion. I'd like to have more wives. Kody comes home from it and finds out that his parents are now part of this church. And then Kody learns about it and decides, that sounds great. Multiple wives? Sign me up. That's how it went down. This was not part of the culture he was raised in at all. In fact, the culture he was raised in absolutely denounces polygamy. That's how he was raised. And his best friend disowned him because he went and joined this and became a polygamist. So Kody went against his church and went against his beliefs of his whole life, went against his friends to join this small little religion that encourages polygamy. That's the truth.
Mic drop.
Again, for anyone who doesn't follow the show, this is the longest review in history. Okay.
When you don't have a deep connection with your children, that's a disappointment. But there's certain things I probably won't own. I'll own where I should. Let's go, Rick!
Ooh. Oh, God, he's learned nothing. He's learned nothing. He speaks the truth when he says there's probably things I won't own. Truth. He doesn't like to take responsibility for anything. Not owning it, I believe it. But here's the delusional thought again. I'll only take responsibility for what I should own. But in his brain, he thinks he should not take responsibility for anything. But the kicker in this situation is he's done so much wrong. He has done so much wrong. He is at blame, and he still won't take responsibility or apologize. Later that day, they get called out to that courtyard area. It's all set up with an obstacle course, and they're given a punishing workout to go through. They go 2 by 2 against each other doing this obstacle course. The person who wins gets to go back to the tent. The other person's going to have to do it again. So the first matchup are 2 girls. Sean wins that round. The second matchup are 2 guys. Randall wins that round. And then the last 2 to go are Kody and Gia. Now there's only 6 left because I don't think I mentioned this at the start of this review. Right at the top of the show, Christy, the soccer player, woke up coughing. She sounded horrible. She had, like that dust that everyone's breathing in. So she had it in her chest. They said they think she has an infection. She got sent home. With Andrew, they sent him to a hospital. So he's off the show too. So that's why there's only 6 people left. All right, so Kody and Gia go. So obviously Cody's going to beat Gia.
Hold up, hold up.
Oh, wait. No. Gia wins. I think Kody thought it was the end of the day and he forgot to take more peptides
Allegedly.
and uppers
Allegedly.
and whatever else is in that box of supplements that he has. Because the little girl beat him. But I'm disappointed. Putting them up against each other again, it would have been so great to see the 2 girls against each other and the 2 guys. But they didn't do that. Like, it was a punishment for poor Brie. Like, I knew she wasn't going to make it to the very end. But she had a chance against Gia. She's the weakest one there. Of course, Andrew beats Gia in the one-on-one. And of course, Kody beats Brianna in the one-on-one. Surprising nobody. Disappointing. I would have loved to have seen Andrew go up against Kody. Would have loved it. Missed opportunity.
Man, I gotta start getting directions. I did 4 tire turns.
This is the second time in the exact same day. And they were given the directions twice. Anyway, moving on. Kody decides to go up and try to create a bond and interact with somebody. Of course, he doesn't use their name. He goes up to Gia. He doesn't say Gia. He just starts talking. He gives her a compliment and then talks about himself. But it's kind of gross. Let's watch.
You're good about your cleanliness.
Yeah.
I kind of let it go for this. That's why everybody knows I stink. Okay, very good.
Ew. Not funny. Not funny when everybody else is around you and it's not all about you, Kody. And he knows he has a nasty odor, probably from the supplements. On the show, he admitted it. Maybe he thinks that the pheromones he's releasing will attract some of the women and he can get another wife. Again, a nod to the show, in case you haven't been watching it.
Yes, I washed my face. That's crazy, Gia. Is not really into that. Like, this is easier than his armpits.
All right, we are now going to cut to the DS again in their quarters. This is the most we've seen the DS in their quarters talking, which I think is very interesting. For some reason, the show felt we needed to hear a lot of their conversation. And in every one of their conversations, at least one of them is laughing at Kody, 100%. So here's what they have to say about Kody.
So number 4. They hate him, really.
They're checking for a scorpion.
They do hate him.
They do.
But they know more about him than we do.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
He's an old guy and he's still here, so you've got to give, there's
Yes.
something in him.
Yeah, he takes it and keeps going. We still don't know his real character. We still don't know who he really is. Whether he's putting up this charade or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still haven't broke his wall yet to figure out what the hell's up with him.
I don't know if you can break the wall of narcissism,
We should talk to 4.
but maybe they can crack the code, realize that's what he's made up of, and then go, oh, okay, this is what we're dealing with. Okay, so Kody is sleeping, laying down in his bunk. They call his number. I don't know where everyone else is. They're like visiting with each other, talking somewhere. I don't know. They call Cody's number and he jumps up like a jackrabbit again, like he got spooked like a ghost and goes running out.
4.
Jeez. Holy hell. Having been on their radar all day, the DS want to find out more about number 4.
No drill.
Yes, staff.
TV personality, Kody Brown.
How you feeling?
I'm happy to be here.
Why? Why are you so happy to be?
This is an experience.
Wink.
It's hard, definitely, but there's a cherish about it.
There's a cherish about it. For anyone who's watching this because they watch Special Forces, but they don't watch Sister Wives, know that Kody speaks as if English is his second language. So the grammar will get mixed up often. He will also choose words and put them in situations that they don't apply to.
I don't know, I'm just trying to sound extra intelligent.
We call it adjacent. He has vocabulary that is adjacent to the correct word he should be using.
Close, but no cigar.
It's just his own Kody language. I think he thinks he's brilliant when he does it. It's very annoying.
To challenge myself beyond where I've ever gone, to see what I have.
When we witnessed that task, when life and limb is on the line, it all fell apart. And what we witnessed is that it was all about you and your decision making.
Sister Friends, those of you who are viewers of Sister Wives, does that not encapsulate who Kody Brown is? They have his number. It's all about you. Wow. That was just one challenge, but that's how he lives his life. So now Cody's going to get insulted. It's good.
We're at the point now where I've got to ask you a question. Would I have you next to me? I wouldn't have you 100 meters near me at the moment.
Not within 100 meters. Now the DS says, what was your calling? So we know that these interviews go on significantly longer than what we see on the show. According to the cast members, they go on from anywhere from 30 minutes to multiple hours, depending on who the person is and what they're talking to him about. So the fact that the DS asked him, what was your calling? We know that is Kody speak right there. He was talking about his calling in life, and trying to manifest it and achieve greatness beyond that, which the calling is for him. I know none of that made any sense, but that's exactly what he would say. So it makes perfectly good sense to me that the DS would say, what was your calling? Because he'll talk about these random words without pinpointing and being specific about things, talk around things, use flowery language, word salad, word salad, word salad. I bet his interview went on for a few hours. They had to keep bringing him back and pinpointing it. So anyway, I am certain that's where calling came from in terms of what was your calling.
What was your calling?
Be a husband and a father.
Okay. Tell us about that.
I had 4 wives. And
So you had 4...
I had 4
wives.
Yeah. You have jealousy.
Oh, within the household?
Within the household, yes.
No.
Within the family, like you would favoring kids or not favoring kids, and there's always the accusation that I was favoring one over another.
You did.
It's on tape.
They were turning against you.
They were like, I don't need dad or want dad in my life.
Cody's going to go on to explain the difficulties that he has in his life are his kids. I'm shocked he didn't throw this at the other wives, that he went straight to the kids. I really am. I would have said, no, he's going to blame this on Christine, Janelle, Mary for certain. No. Well, I take that back. He may have. This could be a different part of the conversation. But the part that they're showing is him going right for the jugular and saying, the kids.
I was offended by a lot of what they did.
What did they do?
My children, they rejected me.
I see.
I felt like I gave all my kids what I had as long as they were engaging me. They always got reciprocation.
What he said here is a tip of the hat of the real Kody Brown and the way he thinks. If they were good to me, then they got reciprocation. That's how he lives his life. That's how it was with the wives. That's how it is with his kids. You serve me, you be nice to me, and in return, I will be nice to you. The opposite of how a parent should function. A parent should be giving unconditional love, even when it's not coming back at them. That's our job as parents, not Kody's. And he just told the DS that right here. But the DS, he's starting to get his number.
Do you feel that you're taking your proper responsibility in the fallout of your kids?
And he's like, these are your children. And you're blaming everything on your children? Something's off.
Don't want to admit I'm wrong sometimes.
Why is that?
Don't like being wrong.
No one does.
Oof, that was good. That was good. Who likes to be wrong? Nobody does. It's all how you handle it, how you react to it. And Kody reacts like a child. He throws a temper tantrum. If I don't get my way, I will pitch a fit and I won't talk to you. I truly believe at this point he has the inability to really understand and feel what other people are feeling. He is just in the Kody bubble. Oh, and then this is really good right now. Okay, so the DS points out nobody likes to be wrong, but They take ownership. And that's something obviously Kody can't do. We know that. And then Kody tries to do his typical, like he thinks he's on the couch interview for TLC where he can just go off and say whatever he wants. And the TLC producers are like, good job, Kody. And then they don't challenge him whatsoever. This is so good that somebody's like stopping him in his tracks and going, whoa, what are you talking about?
Don't like being wrong.
No one does. That's ownership.
So he's going to go on here. Kody's going to say, there was a point in my life where I was concerned about everybody, which is disturbing in and of itself. There's a point in my life where I was, just so you know, I haven't been rotten my entire life. There was a point back there in 06, I think it was. There was a point. But the DS shoots him right down. Let's watch.
I mean, there was a point in my life when I was concerned about everybody.
Concerned about everybody as long as they sang to your tune, as long as they agree with everything you believe in. I don't think you're being honest with me.
I'm the discrepancy. I should have had a stronger relationship with my children.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Kody makes a breakthrough, but it doesn't matter, right? And I'm not 100% convinced Kody agrees he's the one. I think he's been there for a while and he's realizing what it is he needs to say in the situation. He's starting to learn what it's like to be one of his wives. Just beat you down until you say what you need to say. But in this case, they're trying to beat him down to get him to speak truth. They finally do and then say, however, not good enough. It's got to go one step further. What are you going to do about it now? That's where Kody's just lost.
So what are you going to do about that?
No clue. Doesn't even know where to start because clearly it's never been a thought in his head that he's going to be the one to take the step to make amends. When they're good to me, I'll be good to them again.
And I'm at a place in my life now where I'm very willing to say that I've been.
Are you taking ownership right now?
My failures was because I didn't know about being a good dad and husband, and I thought I did. And I misunderstood that. And I did it wrong in so many ways, and I hated being blamed for it. And so it made me resistant to ownership.
Yeah, that resistance or not wanting to be blamed, it's a very adolescent way of looking at things.
I'll take that.
Okay. I love what Kody's saying here. Like this is like they have now dug deeper than Nancy or Pam, his therapist, could have done for decades of working with him. These men have gotten into the soul of Kody and beat him down to make him realize his role in the relationship with his kids. This show could be the catalyst to repairing everything. This could be the breakthrough he needs in his life. I mean, it should be. I mean, Garrison's death should have been, but I'm believing the tears right here. I'm believing he's actually taking a moment to think about where he's gone wrong. Because he realizes he can't bullshit these men. But see, the one thing we have to remember is what's common with narcissism is, oh, I'm so bad. I can't believe you could even be with me. I can't get it right. I can't do it right. To get the other person to go, no, you're okay. You're okay. And then that person apologizes. That's not happening here. The DS doubles down. So if this was a manipulative technique that Kody's using, it's not going to work.
Take it. It's the fault of you.
Yes, Dad.
No one else. You. And when you really own that, you'll do something about it.
That is so huge. Like we could do an entire video just on this little segment here. Take that. The responsibility is all you. I don't know if Kody's accepting that. I know he's nodding and agreeing with him. I have a feeling there's part of his brain that's still saying, I just got to get through this and get out of here and just agree with these men. Just based on 15 years of watching him. But, you know, everybody can have a breakthrough. Although according to Dr. Ramani, everybody can change, but a narcissist won't. It's a quote that's like embedded in my head. Time will tell. Interested to see next season because this will be the season after this show. And so, as is standard on all these interrogations, afterwards there's this somber music. They put the hood back on them, they have them stand up, and they lead them back out.
Dig deep and keep going.
Yes, Dad.
God! Oh, see.
It's almost like there should be this like quirky music in between because, again, for the second time I've seen on the show, they tell him to turn either left or right. Last time he had to turn left, but turn right. This time they're telling him to turn right, but he turns left.
Up. Turn your right. You're right.
I don't know what we're doing with this guy here. How is he still here?
I would like to repair all the relationships with my family and even with my ex-wives.
Words. If I had $1 for every time he said that line, I really like to repair the relationship, especially with my kids. But he doesn't do anything. Or he'll send one text and they respond, but then they don't take the initiative after the communication has been opened up again. Like, it's always the kid's fault. There's always something the kids are doing wrong. And then he's like, I'm here when they want to reach out. So that's lies. You don't want to do everything to repair the relationships, because if you did, you would be doing everything and you're doing nothing. So Randall, being the sweet guy that he is asking Kody about how it went. Was it tough? Which is sweet. And Kody starts sharing about how it went. But what I find really interesting in this is, pay attention. Kody gets to the point of not taking ownership for the breakdown of the family, not taking ownership for the breakdown of the relationship with his wives, not taking ownership for the breakdown of the communication and relationships with his kids. That's really what he needs to take ownership of. I mean, from watching the show, we just know that. I don't know all the things that they talked about inside the interrogation, but we know those for a fact, right? That's what he needs to take ownership of. That's where he's failed the most. And when he goes to say that to Randall, he can't get the words out. It's kind of sad.
It's tough. That was a tough one. Yeah, it was so much about my life and my past.
Yeah.
Like not being honest with myself. Not taking ownership of things, failures and stuff like that.
He just got out of there and he's already not taking responsibility. How is he going to take responsibility with his kids if he can't even just repeat what he just heard, and the moment that he looked as if he was believing it and internalizing it? And now right away, as soon as he has to verbalize anything about it, he's squelching it down, sugarcoating it. I'm just going to say, I got stuff to work on.
What they're saying to me is, get around your facade and stop protecting yourself and be honest with yourself. I'm trying to figure out how it's applicable here. I don't know exactly how I dig into this here.
That's interesting. So the guys told him, you have a facade, which is true, kind of the clown face, goofy, ridiculous, use lots of words but say nothing persona. And he's supposed to step out from behind that facade. So basically, i.e., just be real. So he's supposed to be real, be vulnerable, share, I mean, all the different things that would do it. But he doesn't, he that's the part he doesn't get. He still doesn't understand. He doesn't know. Because he's saying, I'm trying to figure out how does that apply here? Be real. Don't be fake. Don't be all clownish. Don't try to come up with multiple words that are from the word of the day calendar to make yourself sound intelligent when you're not. Don't try to pretend to be something you're not. Why is that so difficult? And how does he not know how to not do that? Maybe because his whole life he's been pretending. I don't know. It's kind of sad. And then I think Fox was a little savage on the last little shot, because it ends with him being vulnerable, not being vulnerable, but saying he needs to be vulnerable. I guess that's vulnerability, sharing the fact that he knows he needs to be vulnerable. And then it ends with him taking a sip from his coffee. Ends with him taking a sip from his coffee and slurping with his big eyes. So the last thing that they have for the day, and there's a lot packed into this day, boy. Well, there's probably a lot packed into a lot of the days. They just don't show it on the show. Actually, I know that for a fact because Sean and Andrew talk all about how many more things they would do in a day, and they would be frustrated that it doesn't get aired on the show. They said some days could be like 4 episodes long if they really covered everything that happened. This day, they do show DS, Q or Foxy, I don't know, one of the twin DSs coming in with clipboards and paper. And he said, the one thing about special forces is you never know if you're going to return. So you write a letter to who's significant to you, who would be back home, as kind of a goodbye letter and something for them to hold on to. And it gets delivered to them if you pass away. It's hard for me to say this without crying. Oh my gosh, pull it together.
What we do is a thing called death letters. So before every operation, you write your last words you want to tell. And God forbid, if something goes wrong, those last words are in that paper and it goes to your family.
I can't believe what our military does for us. Okay. I could never. Oh, God bless them. So they are now instructed to write a letter to their loved one back at home, or loved ones. And then they read them out loud to each other. It's a bonding experience for them to hear what the other people wrote. There's not much to share. I mean, I'll just show the clip of what Kody wrote in his, and we don't hear everything that's in the letters because you could see that there's a lot of text on Kody's, and the amount that he read out loud, it's not as big, and it's only to Robin. Well, I think he only wrote to Robin now that I think about it. I know that Sean wrote to both her husband and her kids, mostly to her husband. It's sweet. They were all lovely letters. They were nice. Here's what Kody had to say.
Dear Robin, love of my life, please tell my children I had wanted more time to tell them I loved them. Had there been time, I would have got it right, fixed it. You were my rock through so much sadness. I'll see you in your dreams, sweet queen. My eternal love, Kody.
I wanted to get it right with the kids. Had I had enough time, I would have gotten it right. So he's basically saying, I regret what I've done with the kids in the past. If this were my deathbed, I would have a lot of regrets and the feeling of, give me more time, I'll make it right. Sadly, we are, what was that, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 6 months. We are 6 months post-show. And we know that the one kid who had his back, who was his advocate, McKelty, this entire time, she is not speaking with him now. So it appears, as opposed to making amends, things are going in the opposite direction, and he's burning more bridges. They end the show with everyone turning out the lights and saying goodnight. They're all in their beds. Kody's in there with all his pillows all propped up, and the Hitler tape back on. They like zoom in on him with the tape, and the lights go out, and they still keep it on him, which the tape then for some reason does the inverse, maybe because it's night vision. That's why something about it becomes almost fluorescent. Like you can see it almost looks white, and it's like fade to black.
Good night, everyone.
This is funny. This is good. This is going to be the longest review ever. I need to jump on it and start editing. And I don't think we're going to have another whole episode dedicated to Kody Brown as this one was. I hope not. This would have been so nice if they would have split this up amongst other things. But I guess this is all this one day. I mean, I know he annoyed people in previous days. We never saw why he got pulled from leadership in the tunnel. Like there's some significant things that have happened in the past and we haven't seen it. So this was the Kody episode. Maybe that means he goes home next week. I do know that Sean said they ended up stretching it out. It was supposed to be an 8-episode series, and it's turning into a 9-episode series. So that's interesting. Not sure why. We do know that Kody doesn't make it to the very end. I don't know how we know that for a fact. Somebody said he pulled a hammy and he gets medically evacuated.
Ah, well, it must be true if it's on the interweb.
But again, I don't know. He may have said that in some interview. I didn't see it if he did. But that's the end of this review. So thank you for watching it to the very end. I appreciate you. Thank you. Take care. God bless. Adios. And I'll see you next time. Bye, sister friends.